Arrests in Iran over last week's downing of a Ukrainian passenger plane that killed everyone on board. The announcement came after Iran's President Hassan Rouhani called for a special court to investigate the disaster that has triggered so much grief, anger, and protests in the streets of Tehran. Sarbas Nazari is an Iranian journalist in Tehran. He joins us once again to talk about these protests as well as the arrests. Sarbas, what can you tell us about how many people have been arrested?
Well, during the presser, the spokesman for the judiciary did not release details on the exact number and identity of those detained. Only said the arrests were part of a wider probe into the strike. But we learned today, in addition to that, that the IRGC has arrested an individual whom they accuse of filming the moment the missile struck the plane. As you know, that video served a key component of a pile of mounting evidence against Iran. Meanwhile, as you mentioned, President Rouhani made his first public appearance in which he demanded a special court, and as opposed to the discourse advanced by the IRGC, he said the one individual who pressed the button behind the missile battery, the operator, he's not the only one to be blamed. Rouhani was kind of shifting the blame to the IRGC commanders and further revealed somehow the rift between the two sides, because earlier he had said that he was not aware until 2 days after the plane crash. So there's a question here by many saying that if a president who was not treated as a member of the top circle, is it really possible that he could push for justice, and does he really have the leverage and jurisdiction? Well, officially and constitutionally speaking, the answer is a no.
Has anyone discussed anyone getting fired or losing their job or getting suspended over this? And then I want you to also talk about the anti-government protests that have been going on.
Well, as far as we are following the stories here, no resignations, no one being fired from their posts, absolutely none so far. But regarding the second part of your question, I would say, well, while protests across universities continue today, there's this time some form of civil disobedience, if you will, is surfacing in the form of collective boycotts. I mean, one which is like a domino-style pullout from major state-organized arts events by celebrities. This is trending. For instance, the Fajr Film Festival, which is due in a few weeks, is facing some crisis. I mean, with these artists pulling out, the space will be left for those with a state-supported ideological mindset and concepts. Also, we have these defections from the hardline state-funded public broadcaster. This is a novel development. One anchor from the state TV actually announced on her Instagram yesterday that she asked her followers to forgive her for telling lies on state TV.
And how
so in many ways, this is quite unprecedented.
Yeah, and that was my next question. And as far as you know, has anyone been detained or arrested from these protests?
Yeah, officially we know that at least 30 students have been arrested, but opposition media are putting the number at a very higher level. But we understand that the crackdown has not been as heavy-handed as it used to be in the past.
All right, we'll leave it there. Sarbas Nazari, thank you so much.